A former attorney who was facing life in prison without parole was offered a plea bargain by the Texas Attorney General's office. He got 30 days in jail. Before I jump into the details of this horrific case, I do want to say major trigger warning, because when I tell you what this man did, you are going to be equally baffled. This is former Waco attorney Adam Hoffman. He was facing life without parole in prison because he essayed his son's best friend for 3 years. However, he pleaded guilty to reduced charges this past Thursday in exchange for 30 days in jail. According to reports in a plea bargain offered by the Texas Attorney General's office, Hoffman, 49, pleaded guilty to indecent assault and displaying harmful material to a minor, both Class A misdemeanors punishable by up to a year in jail. However, in this particular agreement, he only got 30 days in jail. And guess what? He didn't even immediately go to jail. He's not going to jail until April 27th. And it gets better. You see his law license, he only had to forfeit it for at least 5 years. And of course, he's under a lifetime ban on future contact with the teenage victim, but he's not required to register as an offender. Now, what's insane about all of this is the fact that originally he went to trial on a first-degree felony and ended up in mistrial in June of 2025 after the jurors deadlocked 7-5 in favor of finding him guilty. Now, after that happened, of course, they let him out on bond. And this entire time, he's been out on bond waiting to go to trial on April 27th. However, he ended up working out a deal with the Attorney General's office. And of course, he was not prepared to go into custody. So they're giving him until April 27th, and then he'll turn himself in. Now, apparently when the judge got the details, it was only 1 day served. That's right. In fact, the judge said, so we're going from a first-degree felony to Class A misdemeanor with 1 day served. Seriously, someone needs to sell me on this, because I've got a big problem with only 1 day. So I guess we should be thankful that he got 30 days. Now, according to the prosecution, after they reviewed the state of the evidence and out of consideration for the teen victim, they offered him that deal because the victim did testify in the first trial. The parents, of course, are extremely upset, but they shared that, it was important for the son to at least hear him admitting guilt after originally he had denied allegations and even called her son a liar at the first trial. Now, her son turns 14 this Monday, and she says that the last thing they wanted to do was to go through a trial again. It was devastating for the entire family because they were practically accused of being liars. This is disgusting.